Good morning, good morning. This is Pierre Gary here, your daily motivator, and today with episode 532. So let me ask you this question. In this time of the year, during this pandemic that is seemingly lowering, how many shiny objects have gotten your attention? Let me explain. There is a syndrome called the bright shining object syndrome. And basically a lot of us go through BSO quite a number of times. And let me tell you, usually BSO will catch your attention when you lack focus. And even when you are focused, there's always going to be something to distract you. And what I want to tell you is this: you're going to have to keep following the path. Like I asked you in yesterday's episode, how long will you stay the course? And what you need to understand is, as you're building a business, there's going to be other opportunities coming along your path. You see, it's kind of like when I was in sales, you had different deals to close. For a moment there, you became a deal chaser, but then you found a real nice sized deal that you could work. And now you needed to do all the follow-ups. You needed to prepare all your presentations for that client. You needed to go on site, meet with them, get to know them, and ultimately work this deal until you closed it. And you know what? You did close the deal. I did. And the reason was because I focused on that deal. But again, when you're in sales, you have multiple opportunities you're working. It's kind of like the same with the business of consulting. You can consult with multiple clients. But the thing you need to understand is this: when you are building a business, there's absolutely going to be different type of businesses that will attract your attention. But my recommendation to you is you need to focus on one and become successful in that one. And with that in mind, regardless of the type of business you go into, you're going to have to understand the same way you need to understand your target audience, your niche, right? Your niche, you need to focus on a niche, as they say, in French. And the reality is this: if you do not focus on a niche, you're going to miss out, because you're going to try to be everything to everybody, when in reality, you should be everything to somebody. Your business should serve that one customer over and over and turn that customer into a raving fan. And so you need to understand the type of business that you want. In my book, Your Most Profitable Business Model, you're going to find out about 5 different business models. And you're going to have to pick one of them, whether it be e-commerce, consulting, or creating a course. All of them are profitable. The reality is, are you willing to follow the path to success in that particular model? Once you choose a model, stick with it until you're making at least 6 figures before you start trying any other model. Matter of fact, I would highly recommend you take a model all the way up to 7 figures before you do something else. You see, for example, if you're doing e-commerce, by the time you've hit 6 figures with one product, now it's time to come out with a second product. Right? And we're talking 6 figures on an annual basis, because your goal should be to reach 6 figures on a monthly basis with your business. At a minimum, turn it into $1 million business. And now, guess what? People will line up trying to buy it from you. Right? So, and of course, that may not be your goal. Your goal may not be to sell the business. It may be to scale it and take it from, past babyhood to teenagehood, right? All the way up to adulthood, where it's a fully grown business like you're seeing with an Amazon out there. But again, let's come back to the point. This business is your baby. You cannot create one baby, let it go to the state, let the state become the surrogate mother of that baby, and then jump into another business. And many of us, especially entrepreneurs, we are famous for doing this. You start one type of business, you're not yet successful at it. Come on now. A baby is not coming out to build a business from the moment they're born. They're not coming out with everything in line. You're going to have to train that baby. You're going to have to build that business. You're going to have to work that business. You're going to have to give it your all. You see, a mother spends time with her baby even when the baby is crying at night. She doesn't say, "Kids, stop crying. I don't have time for you." In the same way with your business, you're going to have to put some time into it. And guess what? The early days, everybody's going to say, "You're crazy. Why are you putting all this time into this? Every hour I turn around, you're on the same thing. What's going on?" And I'm telling you, invest that time and start getting the business to produce. But guess what? You're not going to have any production if you are distracted by all the shiny objects that are coming along your way. And so many times the shiny objects are just different types of businesses, different business models that you could be successful in. And what happens, and let me speak to you, maybe you're laughing right now. You're thinking, yep, this is me. You're painting my picture. You start one type of business, you're not successful at it in 3 months, you go to another one. You're not successful at it, you go to another one. And so you go to another one and to another one. And finally you're like, you know what? All this internet stuff it's not good. Let me try a brick and mortar. Let me go buy me a franchise. Stop, please. I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to give it a year to succeed in what you're doing? Are you willing to choose a channel and go at that channel until such a time that you're successful at it? If you're consulting, pick a niche and go after that niche. If you're in e-commerce, pick a brand. Build yourself one brand, one type of product, and stay there. If you're creating courses, stop creating courses for everybody. Go create a course for one type of individual who's looking for one type of result. Remember, your business is solving a problem. If you're a realtor, stay in your lane and solve that problem for folks that are looking to either sell their home or they're looking to buy a new home. You are there to solve a problem, and you better differentiate yourself quickly from the competition, especially as in most markets there is competition. And that competition is to make sure that the cream rises to the top. Will you be part of the cream, or will you be failing and looking for another business? So again, this is Pierre Laguerre. This week, we're going to delve more into this whole aspect of bright, shiny objects and the fact that they distract us from our destination and how to keep your focus. So I'm going to share with you more episodes on how to stay focused on the goal at hand. I will catch you on the next episode. And please, leave me some comments, leave me a review, and let me know if these episodes are helping you. Enjoy.